Ever wondered if you're truly emotionally mature? These 10 signs will reveal the truth, and honestly, number 7 might surprise you. Today, let's talk woman to woman about something that changes everything: your inner world. Emotional maturity is a superpower. It's not about age or perfection, but how you handle the tough, messy moments. If you're tired of old patterns or feeling like your emotions are running the show, this is for you. We'll break down what it really means to be emotionally grounded and powerful, and give you tools to make real, lasting changes. Ready to discover how emotionally mature you really are? Let's dive in. 1. You respond instead of reacting. What's a key indicator of emotional maturity? What does it look like to truly be in control of your emotions, rather than being controlled by them? It's when you respond instead of react. It's about choosing your actions deliberately, rather than impulsively lashing out. Think about the last time someone or something really pushed your buttons. Maybe it was a frustrating email, a critical comment, or an unexpected setback. Did you immediately snap back with a defensive reply? Or did you consciously pause, even for a moment? Emotional maturity is fundamentally about creating a space, a buffer, a pause, between the initial trigger and your subsequent response. It's about interrupting the automatic pilot. In that pause, you breathe deeply, allowing yourself to regulate your nervous system, acknowledge and validate your feelings without judgment, recognizing that they are simply information, and consciously choose your next move with intention and clarity. It's absolutely not about suppressing or denying your emotions, pretending they don't exist, but about being fully present with them, understanding them, and then deciding how you want to act in alignment with your values. Instead of lashing out in anger or frustration, you might calmly and assertively say, "When you said that, it made me feel hurt and disrespected. Can we please talk about it in a way that feels safe and respectful for both of us?" This simple shift transforms potential conflict into a constructive conversation, fostering understanding and connection. And it clearly demonstrates that you're in control of your responses, not being dictated by your fleeting emotions. Of course, you won't get it right every single time. We're all human and make mistakes. But the more consistently you practice this skill, the more natural and automatic it will become over time. So, the next time you feel triggered, caught off guard, or overwhelmed by a strong emotion, consciously pause, even for just a few seconds, and take a slow, deep, calming breath before responding. That single, intentional breath is your first and most powerful step toward taking your power back and regaining control of the situation. Responding thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively is truly the very foundation of emotional maturity and resilience. It fundamentally transforms your relationships, creating deeper connections and fostering mutual respect, your career, enabling you to navigate challenging situations with grace and confidence, and ultimately, your own self-respect, allowing you to live a life aligned with your values and integrity. So, practice the pause diligently, make it a habit, a go-to strategy. It's truly where your power resides, waiting to be unleashed. That's how you begin to confidently steer your own ship, navigating the complexities of life with greater awareness and intention. 2. You take responsibility for your emotions. Emotional maturity means taking full responsibility for your emotions. Instead of saying, "He made me angry," you shift to, "I felt angry when that happened." This small change puts you in the driver's seat of your experience. Blaming others gives away your power. Owning your feelings brings it back. Get curious about your emotions. Ask, "Why am I triggered? What need isn't being met?" Recognize your patterns, not to blame yourself, but to understand yourself. Taking responsibility doesn't mean tolerating poor treatment. It means owning your feelings and your response. You set boundaries and handle your emotions with intention. You own the feeling and you own the solution. That's true emotional power. 3. You set and respect healthy boundaries. Setting and respecting boundaries is a hallmark of emotional maturity. Saying no isn't selfish, it's self-respect. You don't need to over-explain or apologize for protecting your time and energy. Boundaries aren't walls, they're gates you control. You also honor others' boundaries, understanding their no isn't a rejection of you. This creates relationships built on mutual respect and trust. Start small. Say no to one thing this week without guilt. Notice the discomfort, breathe through it, and remember you're honoring yourself. Boundaries are self-care in action. 4. You apologize without defensiveness. A mature woman understands the power of a sincere apology. It's not just about saying the words, but about truly understanding the impact of your actions. It's about offering an apology genuinely, without excuses or justifications that diminish the sincerity of your remorse. Avoid the passive-aggressive, "I'm sorry you feel that way." That's not an apology, it's a deflection. It shifts the blame onto the other person for their feelings. Instead, offer a direct and honest acknowledgement. "I was wrong, and I'm truly sorry." You take ownership of your actions, recognizing that your behavior had consequences. Acknowledge their impact without shifting blame or trying to minimize the hurt you caused. It's about validating the other person's experience. A real apology is clean and direct. "I'm sorry for what I said. It was hurtful and that's on me." No buts, no ifs, just a clear acceptance of responsibility. This requires humility, a willingness to set aside your ego. It means valuing the relationship and the other person's feelings over your own pride and the need to be right. A genuine apology de-escalates conflict, creating space for understanding and resolution. It opens the door for healing, allowing both parties to move forward with renewed trust. When you mess up, own it, without hesitation or reservation. Apologize sincerely and commit to doing better in the future, showing that you've learned from your mistake. That's how you build trust and resilience in your relationships, creating a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. True strength lies in vulnerability, in the courage to admit when you're wrong, not in defensiveness or the need to protect your ego. Practice clean apologies. They're a sign of real growth, demonstrating your commitment to self-improvement and healthier relationships. Accountability is the goal, not perfection. It's about striving to be better, acknowledging your mistakes and learning from them along the way. 5. You don't avoid difficult conversations. Emotional maturity means facing tough conversations instead of avoiding them. Avoidance only lets issues fester and grow. Lean into discomfort and say, "Can we talk? This is important." Approach with calmness and a desire for resolution, not to win. Use I statements, choose a good time, and listen as much as you speak. Trust yourself to handle the conversation and whatever outcome follows. Avoiding conflict drains your energy. Addressing it brings relief and clarity. Difficult conversations are opportunities for deeper connection. The more you practice, the less scary they become. Courageous communication is a cornerstone of emotional maturity. Don't fear the conversation, embrace it. 6. You can be happy for others without feeling less than. Emotional maturity is celebrating others' success without feeling diminished. It's natural to feel a sting of envy, but you don't let it define you. You know someone else's win doesn't take away from your own potential. You operate from abundance, not scarcity. You cheer for others, knowing your journey is unique. When envy arises, acknowledge it, then shift to gratitude for your own path. Celebrate your wins, big or small, and send genuine support to others. Build relationships where you can be a cheerleader and be cheered for. A rising tide lifts all boats. Supporting others lifts you too. Practice celebrating others, and you'll free yourself from comparison. That's real confidence. 7. You don't need external validation to feel worthy. True emotional maturity. It's a journey of self-discovery and acceptance. It's about understanding that your value isn't determined by external factors, but rather by the inherent worth you possess as an individual. Means your self-worth isn't tied to external validation. It's not about seeking approval from others to feel complete or worthy. It's about recognizing your own inherent value, independent of what others may think or say. You don't need likes, those fleeting moments of digital affirmation, praise, or approval to feel enough. Your sense of self should not hinge on the opinions of others. True contentment comes from within. Your worth is inherent and comes from within. It's a fundamental truth that you are valuable simply because you exist. You appreciate compliments, you acknowledge the kind words and gestures, but you don't depend on them. Your happiness isn't contingent on receiving external praise. You're your own source of validation. You are the wellspring of your own self-esteem, feeding yourself self-love and acceptance, nurturing your inner self with kindness and understanding. This inner security lets you take risks, to step outside your comfort zone and pursue your passions, handle criticism with grace and objectivity, and be authentic, allowing you to express your true self without fear of judgment. You're not auditioning for anyone else's approval. You're living your own story. You are the author of your own life, not a character in someone else's. When you stop needing everyone to like you, when you release the need for universal acceptance, you're free to be yourself. You unlock the door to genuine self-expression and joy. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend, and remind yourself daily, Make it a ritual, a constant affirmation of your worth. I am enough right now. Embrace your present self, imperfections and all. This is the foundation for all other emotional growth. It's the bedrock upon which you build resilience and self-assurance. Self-worth is your anchor. It keeps you grounded amidst life's storms. That's the freedom of emotional maturity. It's the liberation that comes from knowing your value, independent of external validation. 8. You practice self-awareness. Self-awareness is the engine of emotional maturity. You regularly check in with yourself, your thoughts, feelings, and patterns. You ask, why did I react that way? What's really going on? You connect the dots between your past and present behaviors. Self-awareness isn't about judgment. It's about understanding and growth. You notice negative self-talk and consciously reframe it. You can't change what you're not aware of. Awareness gives you choice. Practicing self-awareness is an act of self-respect. It's a humble, ongoing process of learning and unlearning. Shine a light on your patterns, and you'll find the power to change. 9. You forgive but don't tolerate disrespect. Forgiveness and tolerance are not the same. You forgive for your own peace, letting go of resentment and anger. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself, not excusing bad behavior, but you don't tolerate ongoing disrespect or harm. Boundaries protect your present and future. You can forgive someone and still walk away if they keep crossing your boundaries. True maturity is saying, I forgive you, but I won't allow this behavior in my life. Protect your peace fiercely. You deserve kindness and respect. Forgive but don't enable. 10. You stay calm when others don't. The final sign, staying calm when others are in chaos. In a crisis, you're the steady anchor, not swept up by panic or drama. You feel stress, but you don't let it hijack you. You access your rational mind and ask, what's the next right step? You disengage from unproductive chaos and protect your peace. This calm presence makes you a trusted leader and friend. People are drawn to your steady energy. It's not about being passive. It's about being powerfully present. Be the peace you want to see, starting with yourself. There you have it, 10 signs of true emotional maturity. Be honest. Which ones resonated and which are your growth edges? Pick one to practice this week. Maybe it's pausing before reacting, setting a boundary, or offering a real apology. Small steps lead to big transformation. If this helped you, share, and comment below with the sign that hit home most. Remember, you are more powerful than you think. Your journey starts now.